give the lecture on Lord Krishna's appearance day. After that, we have an Arti ceremony, Gora Arti, and then we do the Pushpanjali and Bhoga offering, and then we will have prasadam, Krishna Prasad for everybody. So we estimate that it will take around 3 hours. So I hope everybody will stay here with us. And it's always look a little empty in the beginning, and then, you know, the more time goes by, there will be more people, don't worry. Most importantly is that we are here to please Lord Krishna. So that is very important, that we have that mood. We are here to please Lord Krishna, not for our enjoyment, but for Krishna's enjoyment. And we have some membership papers over there on that table. And if anybody would like to become member of ISKCON Malmö, we have a place every Sunday. We have a Sunday feast, 3 o'clock, Nobelvägen 11. And that place needs to be maintained, so if anybody could help us with that by becoming members, that would be great. And then also other things which we do is we have Facebook page, and then we have Bhagavad Gita lectures on Zoom every Wednesday, so that you can listen from home. And yeah, some courses and so many other things are there for ISKCON Malmö. Okay, so we will start with the Abhishek to Gopal, and I can see that there are no cups there by the water. If somebody could just put some cups there, so whenever people want to drink something, then they can do that. And yes, do we have any volunteers for leading the kirtan, maybe?
Yes.
Okay, Jai. Somebody knows how to play mridanga? We have a nice mridanga here. Very nice mridanga, clay mridanga. And then some kartalas there. Okay, so only if you feel confident with the rhythm, then please do that service for the Lord. Jai. Hare Krishna.
So what should I play?
What do you usually play? Do you play mridanga?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
We have harmonium? Yes.
We have harmonium there, yeah. So one could put just a chair, the harmonium on top of a chair. This one of these, this is for you, and this is for Tattvavada.
Yeah, we can put it.
No, that chair is for you, and that's for the harmonium.
For harmonium.
Yeah. And here is the microphone.
Namaste Saraswati Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu
Can I get the tulsi leaves? Tulsi leaves in the bag.
Hare Krishna 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Sen då.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Du kan play? Aš dabar Švedijoje Janamastmi esu Kirtane festivalyje. Somebody's calling me. Gerai, mes susiskambinsim vėliau, susisieksim būtinai, aš dabar vidury Kirtano festivalį. Taip, paskambinsiu tau.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Rama Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ramo Hare Ramo 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Shri Krishna Janamastmi Mahotsav Ke Shri Krishna Janamastmi Mahotsav Ke Shri Krishna Bhagavan Ke Gokumarande Do you happen to have a tilak somewhere? I didn't find. Yeah.
Mandala.
She may, yeah. Okay, we will find just before lecture. Nice place, isn't it? Nice place. Yeah, garden. Namo Vishnupada Vishna Prestaya Bhutale Jimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Nahamine Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Hamutale Imate Bhakti Vedanta Niti Nahamine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavane Ashtadesa Darine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavane Ashtadesa Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sukadvaita Radha Sivasana Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sukadvaita Radha Sivasana Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sukadvaita Radha Sivasana Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sukadvaita Radha Sivasana Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sukadvaita Radha Sivasana Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sukadvaita Radha Sivasana Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ramo Hare Ramo 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ramo Hare Ramo 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Jayo Prabhupada 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 Jayo Prabhupada Jayo Prabhupada 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 Jayo Jayo Prabhupada Jayo Quran Nitai Jayo Quran Nitai Jayo Quran Jayo Quran Nitai Jayo Jayo Quran Nitai Jayo Quran Nitai Jayo Quran Nitai 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 Jayo Jayo Nitai Shri Krishna Bhagavan Hey! Gokubrande! I will just find somebody that you like first. It's yeah, I will.
I think I forgot it.
If somebody has someone plans to.
Jai Hare Krishna, everybody. Thank you so much for coming here. We feel very, very happy to see so many Krishna Bhaktas coming and celebrating Sri Krishna Janamastmi. We just finished now the Abhishek, and we will start the lecture on Sri Krishna by His Grace Tattvavada Prabhu. Haribol! And I will need 2 volunteers to just remove this table, so then we can see this beautiful altar. And the program next, in the program after the lecture, there will be, after the lecture we will have Arti ceremony and Pushpanjali and Bhoga offering, and then we serve all of you also. This, for those, I think everybody knows this is organization ISKCON Malmö organizing today. We have put a hundi there and some papers on that table there by the mirror. If somebody would like to become a member of ISKCON Malmö, then you can just take one of those to yourself, or if you have any friends who would be interested. The wonderful thing which we would like to do is the more members we have, then the more support we can get from the government. So please become member. You can become for free, or you can be supporting member, up to you. But the thing is, the more we have, then the more support we can get. And we have a very nice place in Nobelvägen 11 here in Malmö. And we have Sunday feast every Sunday, 3 o'clock. So everybody is welcome there. We have a Facebook page. You just search Hare Krishna Malmö, then you will find it. And yeah, so as usual, non-profit organizations are always struggling a little. So we are trying to maintain that place, and I'm sure we can do it all together, everybody together. So it's up to you. We could expand it and have a really nice place. So you know, nowadays I think it's from 11 to 3, darshan. One can come from Monday to Friday. Is it Saturday, Sunday also?
Sunday.
Sunday?
Saturday is closed.
Okay, Saturday is closed, so everybody, if you would like to come for darshan 11 to 3, you can come. Just sit there, meditate, or, you know, remember the Lord, and like that. So, yeah. So that's the information we have. We also have Bhagavad Gita course every Wednesday via Zoom. So that can also be there. We have a WhatsApp group. So in that paper, you just can fill in your information, give it to one of us organizers, and your WhatsApp number. We can add you to the WhatsApp group. Okay. So so next on the program is the lecture by His Grace Tattvavada Prabhu. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Yeah, I don't know where he went. Tattvavada Prabhu?
Han sitter på bilen.
Okay, he's coming. I would also like to mention we have a very special guest of honor here, Ananda Chaitanya Prabhu here, and yes, and also all the people who made this festival possible. Bhaktin, Emma, Mohini Shakti, Ella, Olga, and did I forget somebody? Ankit, of course. Ravi, Pinky, they have been cooking the whole day. So, Sukriti, yeah, and all of you. So thank you very much. Yeah, we are eagerly waiting for your lecture, Prabhu.
We have Ola också.
Yeah, I mentioned, yeah. Tattvavada Prabhu has been ISKCON leader since time immemorial, and GBC secretary and temple president, training the brahmacharis for decades in Finland and so on. So, and has been personally trained also by 2 spiritual masters for decades, and is very knowledgeable in this philosophy. So feel free also to ask him some questions during the lecture.
Should I eat?
I think we can put it here.
Have some candy in there. I'll be reading some verse. I don't. But I don't have.
Okay. Can we just take the one,
Chaitanya
which,
Charita.
the one which we had in the morning?
Yeah. Yeah. Shall I still sing the Charat Madhava?
I can find. Do you want harmonium or just?
I can just take it.
Maybe they don't look so good. But
Yeah.
I had better prattle somewhere.
Då här då är på den.
You're done. Take this one. I think those are better. And then meanwhile I will.
Jai Sri Krishna Bhagavan Ki. Thank you for nice welcoming words. I have to say that I'm not even the most experienced here. The Chaitanya Prabhu has been, he joined already in 1979, went through the hellish times there in that time still under the Soviet Union. Was survived, he was not killed, but many was, that was their destiny, so somehow or other by nature's arrangements. I'll talk here, but I like to also say that Malmö is following some traditions since like last year I was here in Janamastmi, I said respectful persons, like they may not know him that he's God, but he's welcomed by, in military way, he's welcomed by shooting. So last year there was shootings going all over. There was 100 police cars in Empuria and like that, so it was a respectful, it was Janamastmi. So this year they took another tradition, like in Diwali, for example. Don't bring too much for my phone, it's recording.
So maybe some table. Some table.
Do you want a table?
This is fine, yeah. So, like for example, Diwali, they are welcoming Sita, Ram, Lakshman, Hanuman by different lamps and like that. So the Malmö tradition is now burning the cars and wheels and unfortunately even holy scriptures. So some kind of but a bit Kali Yuga version of how things could be. So, but every Janamastami, last year it was like that. This year, I'm coming now just directly from Finland early, or let's say night over flights via Riga, and there it was all over the news. Here nobody seems to pay nothing attention. That's also a little funny. There it was like all news, and I thought, well, I didn't consider twice because it's such a nice audience here. I like very much you have now this place rented and like that. Of course, people may come a little late, work days and like that. So, but for Sri Krishna Janamastami also I have took kind of a time from my governmental services and posts. It's very nice to be here. Sri Krishna Bhagavan Ki.
Much louder because it's not such a good crowd.
Jayo Radham Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jayo Radham Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jayo Gopi Chanavallabha Girivaradha Jaya Bhakti Chanavallabha Girivaradha Suranandana Bhajara Randana Yashuranandana Vrajachara Ranjana Yamunatira Ranachahari Yamunatira Ranachahari Dayorata Matava Punjabi ho Dayorata Matava Punjabi ho Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo Hare Ramo 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo Hare Ramo 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 Hare 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 Krishna Bhagavan Jai Jai Vishvat Paramahans Pargacharya Stotrasta Shishima Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Ananda Godivastanda Ki Namaste Sila Haridas Thakur Ki Prem Jagochen Prabhu Nityananda Siyadveda Karahara Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Ki Shri Hare Krishna Shyama Kundara Kun Kirikavadan Ki Vrindavan Dham Ki Navaridam Ki Yamuna Devi Ki, Bhakti Devi Ki, Tulsi Devi Ki, Vyadidanga Ki, Harinam Sankitayakya all over the ISKCON Ki, all over the Malmö Ki, all Pramadande, all glories to the devotees, all glories to the devotees, all glories, Sisi Guru Gauranga. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So today we go to physically in the beginning of the lecture, the place called Mathura. How many of you have been in Mathura? Yeah, I was just, this was my 49th travel to India, so I spent there now. We spent there, in India, we spent there half year, but of 5 months. But in Mathura itself, we spent there, I spent there a few months and like that. It's Govardhan. Of course, how many of you have done Govardhan Parikram? Yeah, I'm challenging always a little Indians since we have done that so many times. And so then many Indians have just time to pay the rickshaw and going with these rickshaws around. So this was my 50th Parikram, Govardhan, by walking. So I'm just kind of challenging that. How many of you are from South India? So then, next question, how many of you have walked up to Tirumala? Oh, okay. So, congratulations. We did now 3 darshans, I think it was. We went, by ISKCON VIP card, we didn't have to queue 5.5 hours or something like. We went a little more than 1 hour. But has also sometimes done that by all these 5.5 hour queues. So Krishna's birth is mentioned here. This is from Krishna book. The birth of Lord Krishna. In Bhagavad Gita, the Lord says that his appearance, birth and activities are all transcendental, and that one who understands them factually becomes immediately eligible to be transformed to the spiritual world. The Lord Krishna's appearance of birth is not like of ordinary man, who is forced to accept the material body according to his past deeds. The Lord's appearance is explained in the 2nd chapter. He appears out of his own sweet pleasure. When the time was mature for the appearance of the Lord, the constellation became very auspicious. The astrological influence of the star known as Rohini was prominent. This star is considered to be very auspicious and is under the direct supervision of Brahma. So, like in traditional Indian academical, it said Krishna is number that and that incarnation, and he come after that and like that. It's just a chronological order which doesn't mean much of nothing. It's not a priority order, neither it's not even. Krishna is always there, like sun is always there. It's no one day, even when the winter comes, that sun is not there. Just sometimes we see the sun, sometimes we don't. So Krishna doesn't appear in that sense. He's always there. But for us, he has to come in the form that we can see him. Sometimes the other challenge, what is said to be, is that, how God can be so small. Like your deity looks quite, we almost couldn't see. At the same time, if you read any books like Vamanadev, it's the form of Vamanadev, he just with few steps, he just took the whole universe. Even it said Lord Brahma's body is one sense the size of the universe. So it's not that Krishna is small. He's just so big that he become so small that we can see him. So who is small is actually us. That's what is small. He is that big, he can, but like let's say if, insect is trying to explain this big place, how much the insect can see. Somewhere in the corner, there may be someone still until the winter comes. I mean, they, can't see, it's like, what is this place name? Margareta Pavilion. It's just far beyond the understanding of small insect. So if Krishna would come in his, there is mentioned his universal form, you would become very scared if he would come here now with the teeth a little open, the demons, flowing, there and will be dead and like that. That's what he always is doing when he incarnates, when he comes for our visible senses. I don't think that, I'm not sure how many of you dare to even be in the audience when he comes as a Lord Nrsimhadev in his fearful form. Just, throwing all the intestines of demon like. I don't think that we could. So he's so sweet in this Krishna form that who can resist? Who could resist, It's like, the most sweetest, and if you go now, Kartik is coming, so you go to Vrindavan. Now still one question, how many of you have visited Vrindavan? Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's so sweet, even all on the middle of all the Delhi, how would I say, traffic, but also the rickshawwalas, which are mostly just, how you say, the persons who easily take a little extra money and could be said cheaters from Delhi. Yeah. So there are many times not even real sannyasis which you see there. Like they use their maybe saffron for baking or whatever like that. In Rishikesh I saw also. In South India you don't see that. But you know, it's still so sweet. But I personally I like more this countryside where Vrindavan looks like more on these times. So, but then the question comes, why on earth he even comes, you know? What is there for the Lord in Vrindavan? Even for us, you know, Westerners, we have a trouble, and of course there was not so much rickshawwalas maybe that time, and not so much Delhi pollution and all that, but still, I mean, kind of so, he likes devotees. And he's not equal even to the demons, so if he kills them, they get liberated. So all these akasuras and those which you can hear those lilas, he liberates them as well, so it's not. But then what many times is not mentioned, that he is kind of activating us to get the taste for him and doing something for ourselves. Like in our Western religions, I have met them 1,000 times in universities lectures, they kind of tend to forget that we have to do something. That kind of, the memory is just somehow or another so short. So, I was just today listening one lecture while flying here by Srila Prabhupada about Janamastmi, but also by His Holiness Devan Britta Maharaj. He says, actually many times it's not so much emphasized that the main aspect is Ravanam Kirtanam. We can listen these wonderful stories, and based on what we start to see, we start to glorify him, because we start to see him a little more broader. So there comes this study of philosophy, because many religionists don't understand what philosophy has to do with religion. We don't understand that, how there could be religion without philosophy. I mean, that's our view. Like, so that's meant to see Krishna in everyday life. That's basically what we are talking. We are supposed to see Krishna in this moment. And so therefore this, like we happily were mentioning Mahotsav. So it's raising about the mundane elements, and like that. But then I try to now explain what we can do for that, because it's one sense a bit easy if we are together and we sing Mahamantra. Deities are there, sadhus are there, all auspiciousness of the day is there. This is very auspicious day as well astrologically, just today, now exactly. So you are very fortunate to come here. You will definitely get a great benefit. That's Krishna's promise. We will get such an, spiritual benefit of this. But still, how to keep our head, I'm using the kind of a term equal to Mahotsav, head above the clouds, or head above the modes, 3 modes of nature. That requires a little more. I figured myself out that when the Corona time was there, 3 years, we normally go twice a year to India, stay there 1.5 months. How long you went? Now just shortly, but it's just he was mostly in Vrindavan and like that. Yeah, Radha Kundan like that. So it's such an, upliftment but when for the last 3 years on Corona times we couldn't go, life started to get a little, how would I say, tough. It's like Durga means difficult to go. You know, it started to get difficult to go like that. So therefore, you know, but then I like to mention still one thing. If we expect that now by practicing, like you go to India, some places they are so generous that they, like you go to yoga pit, there is 10 rupees you can buy this incense there and offer to the deity, and then people may expect quite a reward when you come home and like that. I'm a little like ridiculous, but I'm saying that Krishna is not the business. It's not that we donate now something and then we start to get this and that material. At the same time, the Vaishnavism is not the philosophy of poverty. I like to roam a little bit with it because when ISKCON was quite young, and it's still in West quite young compared to what it has been in India, then people easily thought that it's kind of just rejecting the matter. It's just that you don't have matter, but no, that's called poverty. It's not spiritualism. If you just throw the matter away and it doesn't matter and like that. We have some brahmacharis, they have bought just brahmachari in the ashram, they have just bought latest, that time Walkman was really. But then when they heard, from certain typical preaching that time, which is nowadays called Mayavadism, then throw the latest, Walkmans to the stones and say, So that is just stupidity. It's all Krishna's energy any case. So why to throw that? So we are not supposed to throw that, but the thing is that we are supposed to use that according what is meant for. That is called dharma. That means, even divided a little smaller things, it means varna ashram dharma. That means that our occupational duty, like, divided to 4, is used according how you can use that for the service of the Lord. Like if you are a teacher, it's good you add some philosophy of Krishna consciousness as you can. Like I've been working more on the protection side, nowadays more on the advisors in governmental level. So it's kind of either protecting or giving the knowledge. The business people, there is no harm. Like yesterday night, I was welcomed by some business people, they're Indians, there last night, they're in Helsinki or Espoo, and like that, make a lot of money and like that, and donates that also for Krishna's service. And then what was always preached, in our early days, like the only way is just you're just humble as is the others, and that's for one of those. Artists, the workers are doing that, but whatever you can do, it has to have the attitude of glorification. I mean, whatever we do, it has to have the attitude of glorification of the Lord and dedicating something to the Lord. If we are so much into philosophy, then there is huge amount of books to be read. If we are so much into leading, then there is so much to be protected. Like here in Sweden, I start with the thing, they are failing in the protection. They are failing of protecting holy scriptures, even it's not ours, it's not, Hindu scripture, they are still failing that. That is the main duty of the government, to protect. Otherwise, if there is no protection, there is no peace. So protection, one aspect is, of course, even physically, like in Finland, we are always prepared. There has to be physical, strong protection. We have such a neighbor there. So, but if that is not there, then there is no peace. And if there is no peaceful atmosphere, there is no successful business. So Krishna is coming practical way. What I try to, somebody may say, I would like to listen just the lilas of Krishna and cry in ecstasy and like that. I like to make more practical. I like to say what we can in practice do for keeping our head above the clouds. Because otherwise then, like I said, who would fail to attract it, this nice prasadam soon we are eating? Who would fail to attract, of Krishna's presence? Only demons, not. But, that is one element. But like I said, to keep the head above. There is one story, there are thousands of stories, but there is also when Krishna was eating dirt, mud, and a mother was like mothers can take a little, you can't. And then he was, for the small child, he was opening the mouth. And there he saw herself, he saw all the universes, he saw everything. And that was kind of a, how would I say, higher point of self-realization, to see oneself small there, but part of that play. So now we may not have that fortune that Krishna comes here and eat mud and you can just open the mouth and see yourself. But part of the self-realization is that we can learn it from those saintly persons who has done it. We can learn it from the scriptures. We can and we have to spend some time with Krishna Lilas. We have to spend some time in pilgrimage and ultimately, associate those who have, like we already said, but associate with those who have already realized. So this kind of a thing may lead also then, should we not associate with the others? It doesn't mean that. Like, I'm dealing daily based on, governmental people working like that. Associate, but when you start to really change your heart, you consider a little bit whom you speak, like whom you speak, Krishna on certain level, you can speak to everybody basically something. So, message for any Janamastami, but definitely for this Janamastami and any Janamastami is, but I would like to emphasize that keep your head practically above the clouds. Meaning like try to find some way and Krishna will help you, and if you don't contact to the saintly persons, experienced persons, what a small thing I can do for Krishna, at least something. Like I was in Rishikesh and I spoke with one, we took Panchakarma and I discussed with the doctor, because although he's coming from Sanatana Dharma family, but he considers that those saintly persons there, they are cheaters, like he said. Those who are like, and that's of course over-exaggerating, but in some cases, therefore he said, I can't donate. I said, but you find definitely somebody who is not. You find definitely a temple who is not. So don't look the faults, they are everywhere. Try to look the good things, like that. Faults are everywhere, but the good things are what we are looking for. So any organization, includes ISKCON, has a lot of faults. Any other organization has even maybe more faults. There is politics going on inside these movements. Like I spoke with one of the city leaders, for example, in Turku, where we are living, there are Muslims who are just quarreling between each other. They couldn't even keep the organizational, together like that. Anywhere in Kali Yuga, quarrel is there, politics is there, cheating is there, like that. So if we look that, then it's just better just close the door, don't go out, don't go anywhere. It's everywhere. It's just what Kali Yuga is. So we have to somehow or other find the jewel. We have to find Krishna, the goodness at least there, link somehow or other. And you can later on change. But I remember once I speak with he was colleague in military, that's my background. He was a Navy officer. And I said, after we have discussed so many times, why don't you just, he said, no. When I get old, then I will do that. He has been now Finnair air captain. He went there 35 years. Now he retired. I have not seen him once in any spiritual event. Not once. He's maybe not enough old, or what is that? But he's already retired. So don't delay it. That's my humble request. Try to find some good, something, some small. Home altar, offering the food, starting something. Find some, person who knows something about spiritualism, asking something. It's not a question of amount of money, but organization requires always something. There are so many services, like we can see today, like our, exemplary and enthusiastic, stuff has done here. It's a lot of work with the small crew and like that. So there is so much to do always, like that. So after, seeing all these years, and I was, leading and trying to engage people there in Finnish Yatra for many decades, like that. So excuses are always the dominating one. That's always the dominating one. Yeah, but no, but next time, and the next time never comes. So therefore, that's so I read still a little bit from Lord Krishna's appearance. Oh, but now somehow or other the phone is not on the line. At the time of Krishna's birth, the planetary systems were automatically adjusted so that everything became auspicious. At the time, in all directions, east, west, south, north, everywhere, there was an atmosphere of peace and prosperity. There were auspicious stars visible in the sky and the surface of the earth in all towns and villages and pasturing grounds, and within the minds of everyone there were signs of good fortune. The rivers were flowing full of waters, and lakes were beautifully decorated with lotus flowers. The forests were full of beautiful birds and peacocks. All the birds within the forest began to sing with sweet voices, and the peacocks began to dance along with the concerts. The wind blew very pleasantly, carrying the aroma of different flowers, and the sensation of the bodily touch was very pleasing. At home, the brahmanas, who were accustomed to offering sacrifices in the fire, found their homes very pleasant for offering. Due to disturbances created by the demonical king, the sacrifice fire had been almost stopped in the houses of brahmanas, but now they could find the opportunity to start the fire peacefully. Being forbidden to offer sacrifices, the brahmanas had been very much distressed in mind, intelligent and activities, but just on the point of Krishna's appearance, automatically their minds became full of joy because they could hear transcendental vibrations in the sky proclaiming the appearance of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Sri Krishna Bhagavan Ki. Yeah, thank you very much for listening nicely if there is any questions or comments. Yeah, here. Maharaj would like to comment something?
You want to put a stand? Om Gyan Timirandasya Yanamajana Shanti Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Ram. As the Bhagavad Prabhu said, start from something. Start from chanting. The best way is always to start from chanting. Chanting the holy name, and it's yoga dharma. So Lord Krishna appears just to, as in Bhagavad Gita he says, whenever the dharma is forgotten, going down, I appear again and again just to reinstall the principles of religion. So every year hundreds and hundreds of new types of religion being invented, but none of them survive, because the real religion, Sanatana Dharma, should be established by Supreme, by Lord, by Shri Krishna. And Srimad Bhagavatam in Paribhas Sutra says, Etecham sa kalapam sa Krishna stu Bhagavan Swayam. Krishna is the God himself, supreme. The cause of all causes. Lord Brahma, our universe supreme authority, he also confirms that, saying Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachitananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govinda Sarvakarana Karanam. So all the sane persons, sane, and great personalities praise Lord Krishna in all the opportunities. So, as Tattvavada Prabhu nicely said, don't think that he is such a small person on the altar. He may look like that. Even in Vrindavan, when he was playing Damodar Leela, and now we have the series of festivals. A week ago we have Lord Balarama's appearance day. Yes? Krishna's appearance day. Radhashtami Shrimati Radharani's appearance day. Govardhan Puja coming, the festival. Kartik. So this autumn season is usually always rich with celebrations, with festivals. And we have Chaturmasya. So it's just a perfect opportunity to celebrate, to remind ourselves, to celebrate the greatness of the Supreme, greatness. So us being infinitesimally small, living entity, just jiva, living entity, conditioned soul, so small and so incapable of even just maintaining ourselves. If there would be no air, no water, no land, that's it. We are finished. So therefore we are, in every mean, we are dependent on the Lord. So I just found a wonderful shloka from Bhagavatam, which nicely glorifies Lord Krishna, and actually it's in the 10th canto where Shukadeva Goswami tells the reason and the circumstances under which Krishna appears. And although the Lord is not bound by any circumstances, nor by time, nor by place, nor by circumstances. Still, he regularly, like a clock. He regularly, in the end of Dwapara Yuga and the beginning of Kali, he appears. He appears with the same old purpose, to re-establish principles of religion, so that humans, living beings, could become civilized Aryans, civilized, following the Shastra, following the Vedic wisdom, thus becoming spiritually conscious. Otherwise, if a person just got his body and he knows how to eat, how to sleep, how to procreate, yeah, how to protect himself, he's not better than what is called Dvipada Pashu. Who is Dvipada Pashu? Two-legged animal. Yeah? So if he fulfills fundamental needs of the body and not spiritually conscious, he is not a human being, strictly speaking, unfortunately. But it's so easy to become spiritually enlightened person. It's so easy to become spiritually conscious person. And this is Shastra, eternal spirit. Scriptures teaches us, saying, Evam lila narabapur niriloka manushilayan remegi gopa gopinam naramayan rupa vakrite. Yes, Bhagavatam says that actually Krishna appears, the Lord, Supreme Lord, appears like a human being, but just to perform his transcendental pastimes. And during those transcendental pastimes, he imitates the ways of human society. So he has a father, he has a mother, he takes birth, seemingly, he takes birth, although he takes birth already in his full greatness, grandeur, with jewelry, dressed, and like a Supreme Lord. But then he acts as a ordinary child, playing in the village, pasturing grounds, deals with calves and cows, and even demigods couldn't recognize. Yeah, even Lord Brahma, Lord Indra, they couldn't recognize Krishna. They thought a simple cowherd boy. So Krishna imitates the ways of human society. And actually Krishna, he enjoys pleasing his cows, cowherd boys, cowherd girlfriends. How? With his beauty, words, and actions. And today we had a discourse with devotees, and I asked, what attracts you in Krishna so much? So some devotees said, he smiles. His smile is so sweet that even the sweetest candy may look bitter. Yeah, he's so sweet. So his actions and even his form, Tribhanga, in three ways he is bent, and this is like gracious, the peak of elegance. And anything he does, he looks, he smiles, he stands, everything is just captures the eye and the heart of a devotee. And although he is like Shyam Sundar, two-handed form, he looks like a human being, but whatever he does, whatever he says, yeah, like Bhagavad Gita. How many of you have read Bhagavad Gita? Full. Bhagavad Gita. Oh, the small baby read. Very good. Wonderful. Yeah, his father read. That means. Yeah, good. So, we have to read. We have to read eternal wisdom as long as we are humans. intelligent, intellectual, we have to read. Yes? So these festivals are meant to take a vow. I will read Bhagavad Gita. I will chant His holy names. I will become a real serious devotee. So that for the benefit of myself, for the benefit of my family, for the benefit of Malmö Yatra, Sweden, Scandinavia, world, universe. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. And let's celebrate the Shri Krishna Janamastmi Mahotsava Ki to the full.
If anybody has some short comments still like that, then we can. Thank you.
Take a mic.
Yeah.
Please take a
If
mic.
anybody has still some short comment, then we continue with the program. Nice that so many of you can have been able to come here, although it's always, working days and this and that. We have to just, actually the celebration is supposed to be on the day when it is. That's where you get like
the real celebration.
Yeah, that's the real celebration. The other is memory. It's kind of a memorial thing, like, like that, or kata. But if you like to get, like, let's say somebody is announcing birthday, it's on Wednesday, welcome, then, and someone, either your neighbors, they said, well, we were a little busy, we came 4 days later. I mean, I don't think you will highly respect that. So it's always an effort, like, thank you for your invitation, I came to lecture here, but I have to also, do arrangements from my governmental services like that. But that's called sacrifice. So sacrifice comes the word to make sacred. So by giving something which is dear to us, we don't lose. No, it's not that Krishna is asking, give your property and live on the tree, or give your children and all that. No. It's a more on the higher level of consciousness. What is the center of everything? So that's what we are. I think don't continue much longer. My wife knows the program. So this is like this famous song takes place originally in West Bengal, in the Bengal Ganga. And those persons who were there, like playing Ridanga and karatals and all that, they are a beautiful song if you kind of consider that how it's really done. So those great personalities singing for the glory of the Lord. So we can just try to share that. But the great thing is, like it was mentioned, we can always glorify the Lord by singing the Mahamantra. And what I was emphasizing is that we can always stay in the mood of glorifying the Lord. The other aspect on the other side is actually lamenting all this. That's the mundane. Everything is wrong, everything, and basically everything is wrong. That's the mundane world. Therefore, it's a little disgusting that we like to go back to the spiritual. If it would be just such a pleasant thing, no death, nothing. Like my mother used to say, it's a great blessing that there is death. What about everybody stays? So these things are, that's what I'm trying to say. Spiritual life doesn't mean that everything will start go without trouble. It doesn't also mean that we just create another heaven on earth. It may mean just that we face the trouble with Krishna consciousness, God consciousness. That is basically what we get. Otherwise, like you mentioned the charts at the beginning of the Lord's appearance here, the the stars are already, it's been written what kind of things will happen to us, but how we will relate with those, that is our choice. Okay, so I think it's like she said, it's time for Korarati and later on programs. Thank you still, once again, thank you. Very nice comments, and once again, thank you very much for inviting us to come here. We are really respected. Shri Krishna Bhagavan Ki Gaur Premanande. Yeah, maybe. These are like, amazing chairs. Are they from here? They're from here. Okay, if you play the rhythm. So you can, if you don't know the words, and see how it looks here. Is it Gaura Arat ISKCON or something like that? If you have your phones there. Gaura Arti, I think I'm just trying to Gaura. Yeah, it seems to be that you just Google Gaura Arati ISKCON. Lyrics, that's the other. Rights there also. So hopefully, if you have your phone with, you can find it there, because I don't think that we have here. Jayo, Jayo Gaura Chande, Aro Diko Soba, Jana Vichandavane, Jaga Manolo, Bani Jayo, Jayo Gaura Chande, Aro Diko Soba. Masade Arati Bache Bache Karata Madura Viranga Bache Arasala Sangha Bache Kanta Bache Bache Karata Madura Viranga Bache Arasala Bache Kanta Bache Madura Bahu Koti Chanda Chini Vadana Chivala Gala Dese Panamala Gore Kalamala Bahu Koti Chanda Chini Vadana Chivala Gala Dese Panamala Shiva Shinganarada Vimekadakada Bhaktavi Nidorajete Orajabhada Shiva Jayo Kora Chande Arati Kushoba Manolo Bhakti Pachayo Chande Arati Kushoba Jayo Koram Nitai, Jayo Koram Nitai, Jayo Koram Nitai, Jayo Koram Nitai, Jayo Krishna Hare 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 Ramo Hare Ramo 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ramo Hare Ramo 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo Hare Ramo 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo Hare Ramo 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo Hare Ramo 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo Hare Ramo 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ramo Hare Ramo 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo Hare Ramo 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ramo Hare Ramo 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo Hare Ramo 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo Hare Ramo 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo Hare Ramo 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo Hare Ramo 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo Hare Ramo 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo Hare Ramo 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 Hare Hare Shri Krishna Bhagavan Ki Shri Krishna Janamastmi Mahamadam Ki Gaur Premanande
soul is always observing, and he's actually not active, he's just desiring. But in today I would like you to become active, and I'll show you how you become active. So this we become active now for Krishna, for Krishna's pleasure. So we should dance and we should all sing for Krishna's pleasure. So if you want, you can remove a little bit the chairs which are here in the middle, so you get some nice space for moving. Or you can just move to some place where that you don't have any chairs. Okay. And then you can raise your hands, both. I can't raise my both hands, but you can. And then we take the Swami step. Okay, so everybody raise hands. Very good. So this means I surrender to you, Krishna. Okay, this means I surrender. Please accept me, Krishna. Hello, Krishna, I'm here. Please see me. Okay, and then we take one step right leg over the left, and then the left leg over the right. Okay, so try this a few times. Very good, very good. Yeah, and then after I sing one Hare Krishna mantra, then you sing the next, and I sing the third, and you sing the fourth. But it has to come from the heart. That what does Hare Krishna mantra mean? Anybody knows?
Please accept me.
Yeah, it means Krishna, please accept me. Radharani, I'm here. Krishna, I'm here. Somehow I have fallen into this material world of birth and death and disease and illness and all this. Somehow I've fallen here. This is your day, Krishna, where you give a special mercy. You give special mercy, and today, from my heart, I want you to accept me. So whenever we ask Krishna, please accept me, then Krishna, what does he say? He says, that person is mine. I have he has a special place in my heart. Okay, so if we sing from the bottom of our heart, forget about all material desires, okay? Just forget about it. Let's say you are in an airplane right now, and it's going to crash, okay? So in this mood, I want you to chant Hare Krishna mantra on Janamastmi, in this mood, that just forget about everything which is down there in the material world, in the earth, and let, all my family take care of themselves. They will for sure take care of themselves. I will not think about them. I will think about Krishna's lotus feet, because they don't depend on me, they depend also on Krishna. So let's forget about everything, my work, they can take care. The studies, doesn't matter, everything. So the only thing which exists right now is me and Krishna and our relationship, which we want to re-establish tonight. Because tonight, Krishna is very, very merciful. So sing from the heart and try to find the soul crying out for the Lord, for protection. If you can do that one time in your life, Krishna, he will for sure, when it's time for us to leave this earth, he will for sure remember that one time when we, from the bottom of our heart, was actually crying out for him. And that will save us from so many undesired destinations in our next life. Okay? So we have Mridanga player and Kartals player. Yeah? Do we have? Okay. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Everybody, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
So we will end with singing to Lord Nisingade. We have that tradition here in Malmö. We always end our program by praying to Lord Nisingade for protection from Maya. Maya is very strong, and we have had a wonderful time here. And when we go out, we'll be in big danger to forget Krishna as soon as we take one step out. But remember to call out for Krishna sometimes. I can see that some of you are a little bit rusty, a little bit difficult to, how do I find my voice, my inner voice for calling for God. You can chant Hare Krishna mantra every day, and we have a few people who do that. By chanting every day, the soul's voice will be awakened. Because the situation is, we have fallen into the material world, and in the world full of birth and death and disease and so on. And how many want to stay here again, next life? Raise your hand, please. Nobody. Very good. So, try now for the rest of your life, try the best you can to call out for Krishna. Somehow or other, make your life a cry for Krishna. Thank you very much. So now, who wants to lead the Nrsimha prayer? You want to sing?
Again, you can find from the, I think it's called Nrsimha prayers there. Namaste Nara Singhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Prahlad Hiranyakashipu Purachaha Shilakantaha Nakalaje Ikoni Shingo Parakoni Shingo Yato Yamritato Shingo Eni Shingo Nade Shingo Ishinga Marim Charanam Prapate Tarakamalam Vare Nakam Adutta Singham Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanupinga Isavadita Rahatuta Jayakari Sahare Jayakari Sahare Jayakari Sahare Hey! Jayo Nrsimhade, Jayo Nrsimhade, Nrsimhade, Jayo Nrsimhade. Jayo Nrsimhade, Jayo Nrsimhade, Jayo Nrsimhade, Jayo Nrsimhade. Jayo Prahlad Maharaj, Jayo Prahlad Maharaj, Jayo Prahlad Maharaj, Jayo Prahlad Maharaj. Shri Nrsimhade Bhakti Prahlad Maharaj Ke, Shri Krishna Bhagavan Ke, Shri Krishna Janamastmi Mahotsav Ke.
Jai Hare Krishna. So now we have come to a very important part of the how do you say, celebrations. We will honor Sri Krishna Prasadam Ki Jai. So what we need to do is we have to set back the tables as they were. So you could all go out for 10 minutes and then we need maybe a few, I don't know, 8 strong men to put back the tables as they were. Oh, I forgot the Pushpanjali. Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you. I'm getting old and a little forgetful. Of course, Pushpanjali. Okay, so yeah, we need that. Of course, that's very important. Okay, so we will give you a handful of petals and keep those petals for 3 times. So every time I say Esha Pushpanjali, then you offer to Gopal, he's here on the altar. Then you bathe him with the flower petals. So keep for 3 times. Thank you.
हाथ से दो हाँ वो थोड़ा सा गनलिया के लिए भी दे दो वो नहीं उठने जा रहा गणेश कहाँ गया हरी नमन जी हरी बोल
It's good if everybody come a little closer to the altar.
Try to come that near. You can have some flower petals.
Okay, everybody has? Okay, remember, keep for 3 times. Okay, so you can come closer. You can repeat after me.
the streaming now. We have come to the end of our program for today. We will have Prasadam now. Thank you everyone for joining us.